All right, what's up, fellas? Mark Parson, cornerback pro, former NFL cornerback of the Houston Texans and New Orleans Saints. And I found this clip on Receiver Factory's Instagram. Again, notice, man, I'm looking at all these receiver trainers, receivers getting it like Gold Feet Global. I'm watching them. I'm watching Billy's channel as a DB because, hey, man, you got to watch the enemy. You got to see what they're working on. You got to see what techniques they're doing, you know, how they're getting out of their breaks. So, of course, you need to know uh, your side of the ball. You got to know yourself, number one. Then you need to know your enemy. What are they working on? What are they teaching them? So I just want to give you that heads up. That's information definitely valuable. All right, so he found a clip of Randy Moss. Now Randy Moss is arguably, if not the best or one of the best receivers in history of football, right? So being able to imagine yourself guarding him, because obviously you young guys, he's retired. We're not able to work against him in his prime, but you can watch clips and you can put yourself in that situation to see what you have done. Okay, all right. So we're gonna watch it first. Got press man. Looks like we're down on the 10-yard line, so we're in the red zone. Let's watch what he does. All right. Okay, so let's talk. Number one thing, we talk about what technique to use. So some guys ask me, "Hey, so Coach Mark, how do I got the techniques? I'm actually getting really good at all the techniques that you teach. I'm improving, but how do I know when to use which?" Well, I tell my guys, I say, look, you need a bread and butter, right? So a bread and butter is at the end of the day. Let's say you're flustered. Let's say this receiver's giving you that work. Well, you need a bread and butter that you can master, that you can be like, at the end of the day, this is my go-to, right? Then you got some change ups. But I always tell my guys, I said it depends on the situation. So you got down and distance, you got where you are on the field. So, and here's the thing with your football IQ, as you get better with this, it'll come to you. So you have to get your reps in. You have to learn yourself. You have to learn the game. That's not something I can be like, hey, it's not a robotic thing. Like you're gonna do this right here, do this right here. You got to develop a feel for the game, right? You have to understand also who you're going against. So I'm going against Randy Moss, 6'4", can fly, can jump, and that's what we say. Hey, you just got mossed. It comes from this guy, young fellas. It comes from that's who it comes from. You just got mossed. So understand who you're going against. And then alignment. So we talked about in my other video where he is his alignment, right? So understand that. Now, so let's talk about right here. Since we're in the red zone, I highly recommend what technique he does right here, where he inches back, call it the soft shoe. Okay? So the soft shoe, I highly recommend in the red zone that you don't do it. Because here's the thing about the soft shoe, okay? In the red zone. We want to force the fade. We want to force it. So, if anything, he is inside shade. But when you soft shoe, that gives me a little room. And receivers like space. They're trying to create more space. They like room. So when you give them that, they're like, yes, he didn't get hands on me or nothing. I don't really have to. I can do what I want. All right. So he can get more shimmy to it. He can mess you up. And what happens is that gives us more time, our eyes more time to do what? So let's say we start off, okay, I'm disciplined eyes right here. And then you got Randy Moss doing this right here. Look at this. You see what I'm saying? So Randy Moss come off the line with high knees. You're like, okay, what is this dude doing? You know what I mean? And then what happens is our eyes. So let's watch our eyes just kind of go up there. You see that? And a good receiver, which Randy Moss is one of the best. What a great opportunity to go against him. That's awesome, man. Even if you get beat, you got the opportunity to go against a Hall of Fame guy like that. All right, but um, you know, his eyes go up, and a good receiver like Randy Moss, he gonna give you a little head movement. Okay, he's gonna give you that head movement. So I recommend that you don't use this technique down here. If anything, I would say strike and get back to balance. Maybe take one step back, but not a whole soft shoe where you're taking like multiple steps. Okay, so what happens is our eyes come up, and this can happen to anybody. Our eyes come up to the shoulders and the head, and then we immediately do what? So the next thing is which technique not to use. I wouldn't use soft shoe down here in the red zone. And then when we did do the soft shoe, we have to what? We have to shuffle. Why? So Mark, Coach Mark, why do you always talking about taking at least 1 to 2 shuffles in our press technique and staying square? The thing is when we cross over, and I'm gonna show you. You see that? He immediately crossed over when Randy Moss gave him that head fake over here. So what does that do to us? We like, oh shoot, we got a head whip, we got a baseball turn, get back in, get our head back to receiver to recover. So that recovery from a crossover takes so long to do. Now, how do we I remember Kevin Mathis teaching me this. He's a vet, man. He played like 11 to 12 years in the NFL when I was going into the league. He said cornerback's most valuable asset or is the ability to recover. So when we stay square, it helps us. So if we do get the head fake and our eyes aren't disciplined and we go for it, we can at least get back. We can stay square. We can get our foot in the ground and then shuffle back and still be on this. But since he crossed over, I'm gonna show you one more time. Since he crossed over, we had to head whip. Now, him being a professional athlete, he could head whip. But then guess what? A receiver being a really savvy receiver as Randy Moss, he got him again. You see this? So it messes us up from the beginning to the end. And now we just got to rattle to it and good finish. One thing I will say this, young fellas, notice how NFL guys and some college guys, we always finish. We have to finish. We got to chase them down because you can't just stop. Okay, he got. Okay, you got. Oh, you lost. You got beat. You don't just stop. You got to go, tag it off, go for the rip. So that's a lesson learned. Like, number one, what technique to use? Well, it depends. There's a lot of things that you have to know. One of the things is I wouldn't soft shoe down here. And I would, you need to force the fade. So inside shade, right? Get in his chest. Don't let him come off the chest with it, come off the line, high stepping and with his chest all up in the air like that, man. We should be so stout in this right here, getting our feet hot. You could foot fire technique, but we should be so stout in this to where he has to get low, man. He has to dip his shoulders. Something. Look at this. Randy Moss is feeling himself right here. Look, he's like, "Oh, I got you." Soon as you cross over, it's over. Okay, so just these are some tips, man. These are some tips going against the greats. Awesome opportunity for that cornerback in practice. And for you guys, imagine yourself here. Imagine yourself guarding Randy Moss. I don't care if you're a 10-year-old, your youth league, college. It doesn't matter. NFL. Imagine yourself right here. What would you have done? What is going through your head? Are you dictating a route? I wouldn't be passive. Remember, we got aggressive techniques. We got passive techniques. Right here is not necessarily a good time to be passive. I wouldn't say overly aggressive either. I would say kind of in the middle, where like a kick step technique, foot fire, maybe one step back or hop back. Strike and get back to bounce would be good, especially since Randy giving you his chest right here. He's not super low or anything. He's not really trying to dip his shoulder. But maybe Randy, him being because I heard stuff about Randy Moss like being a just awesome veteran, man. Like he knew everything. He knew everything there was to know. Like he would study. He would evaluate who he's going against. So maybe we're doing the same technique over and over again. So that could give him the confidence to come off the line because he's like, okay, he's going soft shoe. He's going to back up. He's not going to get in my chest, so I can do what I want. So this little thing, that's why. And I got an email or a comment the other day. He said, hey, why do we need to know all so many techniques? This is the reason why. Because great guys like him, really smart guys like him, football IQ, if you just do the same thing over and over again, they're gonna have their way with you. So I wouldn't soft shoe. And then one of the most important things, at the end of the day, if you don't even know the techniques that we teach here, stay square. You want to get at least 1 to 2 shuffles in before you open up and run with the guy. Eyes, feet, hands. If you cross over, it could go wrong if he does an outside release or inside release. So that's my advice to you guys. I love getting clips like this. I love seeing clips of of guys so that you guys can learn. But excellent job by Randy Moss, and good finish by the cornerback as well. We didn't give up. We're getting better. Remember this: how you view your reps. Okay, so you learn the knowledge, right? You learn the information. You go to my YouTube channel. I got almost 800 videos on there now. You learn this information. You go to the field. Understand this. You're gonna be you're most likely, especially if you're going against a really good receiver, who that's who I want you to go against. You want to go against sorry dudes. You want to go against the best in your city, and you want to get as many reps. I say 10,000 reps. Get as many reps as you possibly can with these guys. And guess what? You're probably gonna lose a majority of them. But think about how good you're getting. See, don't look at it like, oh man, today I got beat 10 times. Bruh, that's the whole point of practice. So you can apply this information that I'm teaching, and you improve, improve, improve. And then you're confident you're going to get better and better. You're going against the top guys, right? Top guys on your team, top guys in your city, top guys in the nation. And then when it's time to compete and perform at these camps or in a game or in the Super Bowl, for all I care, you got 10,000 reps behind you. You got confidence now. You got techniques. You mastered it. You've learned more than I know. You've learned more than this guy knows. It's because you put in the time and work. You mastered your craft. That's what it's about. So don't be too hard on yourself when it comes to your practice time. That's where you working. You work hard and work smart and master the techniques, master the strategies, and most importantly, master the mindset. That's where it all is. The mindset is I don't care. That's how my boy. I'm gonna make a video about my boy TJ Wright. All right, because I really didn't want to make this video too long. Well, I'm gonna show you, man. I got a story about him, and it's gonna change a lot of guys' lives. Uh, it's about how you can. It's about how you work. It's about how you. I don't even like saying it, but compete. It's about how you work and compete against other guys. You're going for domination. Well, how do you do it? What if a guy keeps beating you? Man, line up. Line back up. Oh, he just beat you. Hey, all right, well, line back up. What's up? Line back up. He beat you again. Okay, line back up. Oh man, he's working you today. Line back up. What's up? To the point where they're like, all right, man, we done. Nah, 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 nah. Line back up, bruh. We're done. We don't want to do this anymore, man. We want to go. Nah, man, that's all y'all got. Come on, come back up. Come line back up. Straight up, man. That's the mindset. You're gonna go longer than everybody else. You're gonna get better. You're gonna get that work today. All right. Make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask me for the one-on-one mastery program so you can get to that next level, get all the techniques and how to practice them. Mind and body training program. It's summertime right now, so you guys really need to be getting it. You should have been getting it all winter and fall. I mean, not fall, all winter and spring. But now it's go time. Catching series so you can have some hands, elite hands, and punt and kick return. Guys, you need to be returning kicks. You need to be returning kicks. Practice your catching now. Catch the punts. You need to be the starting punt returner. Well, coach, I don't know how to catch the ball. Go out there and catch 20 a day. Get your school kicker and punter and go catch some, man. It can really take you to the next level if you're trying to get recruited or go to the NFL or CFL. Add value to yourself. Increase your stock. All right, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.